214, 215. So this year we're piloting along with Wando, AP African American Studies. It'll be the first year in the district, I believe the second year in the state. It's a really good opportunity to mainstream it throughout the rest of the schools as we move through after the pilot is over this year. And it'd be a really great component for all schools to really add into their program of studies in the future.
Right, faith and song among the free and enslaved African Americans.
We study the history of Africa in terms of origins. We start with the major kingdoms of Africa, and then we move through the transatlantic slave trade, all the way through resistance movements into the Civil War, and then we move through Reconstruction and then freedom movements post-Reconstruction, all the way to present day.
It's very fun to be able to learn about history from a different perspective because there's so many lenses through which to view it. Understanding this specific sort of history is very important to understanding the context of the history of the United States as a whole.
What I really love about this class is if you've studied prior history, you can really see how all the history we learn and all the events and all the smaller details really branches out and connects to other big topics. So you can really get the sense that this history matters and that what you're learning is very important to the foundation of a lot of history.
Especially for high school students, I think this class is essential because they can take the time to really pull on their own experiences. High school is when people are in their adolescence, they can draw on their own experiences, their life. They're figuring out who they are. And this can kind of help, especially African American students, develop their identity. It gives you inspiration and helps you know there's things worth celebrating in our culture.
We do a lot of group discussion. This class is really focused on group discussion itself. The primary sources that we use really lend to that. The structure of the class lends to that. So we do a lot of source analysis. You know, we run across poetry, we run across stories, we run across different things and different components from other classes that they can bring in. We have AP European history, we have AP World History, we have AP US History, and when you look at such large categories, you miss different aspects of those categories. We have to do a broad brush and a big scrape through to get the big what we have seen as the big pictures so far. And when you do that, you have a chance to miss some things that really scaffold those big things. So what gets deemed as a small thing a lot of times in history actually is a big thing. And so when we get to really drill down to specific components of history itself, we learn more about history itself and why what you've been taught all the time is those big things in history, how those big things in history happened over time.